या अली मौला अली, 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 मौला अली, मौला अली, मौला अली। आज
अपने अपने गुनाहों की बख्शिश के लिए भी बुलंद तर सलावत।
अल्लाह सल्ले अला मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद।
अब मैं मजमे से हमारी अंजुमन के किबला अल्लामा मौलाना सैयद इब्रार हुसैन नकवी साहब के वो मिंबर फरोज़ हों और अपने मखसूस अंदाज में आज के इस दिन की मुनासबत से हज़ारे ख्याल बयान फरमाएँ। बुलंद तर सलावत।
रहमल्लाहु सूरतल फातिहा। अपने मरहुमीन की बख्शिश के लिए बवाज़े बुलंद सलावत। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद। For the zuhur of Imam al-Zamana with the loudest of your voices, can we have a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. For the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal and to please Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wa salam. Can we have a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. As-salatu was-salamu ala sayyidil ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Tabib qulubina wa tabib نفوسنا وطبيب جسمنا وطبيب قلبنا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. والصلاة والسلام على أهله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين. ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أنا وعلي من نور الواحد. Can we have a loud salawat please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. These ayam, these days of sorrow, remind us that in this blessed month of Ramadan, where Allah Azza wa Jalla has given us everything, the mercy of Allah is showered in this month. The forgiveness of Allah is showered in this month. Our du'as are accepted in this month. Everything that we desire, which is halal in Islam, it is given to us through intercession of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad in this blessed month. Yani the eves, the nights of Laylatul Qadr that we have. We have narrations from A'imma alayhi salatu was salam, and they say that the night of Laylatul Qadr, yani the night of power, it is that blessed night from Allah Azza wa Jal in which Allah decides what is going to happen to you, what you will be given from now until the coming night of Laylatul Qadr. So the nights of Laylatul Qadr start from the 19th of Ramadan. Yani the eve of the night that Imam Ali alayhi salatu was-salam was struck by the sword. Yani the nights of Laylatul Qadr start with the remembrance of Ali ibn Abi Talib, and the nights of Laylatul Qadr according to the Jafri school of thought, yani the 23rd of Ramadan, ends with the remembrance of Amir al-Mu'minin. And look how merciful is Allah. These nights of remembrance, these nights of power start with the zikr of Ali ibn Abi Talib, and they end with the zikr of Ali ibn Abi Talib. We need to understand what is it that we are gaining in these blessed ayam. These ayam-e-Aza, these ayam of remembrance, these ayam of sorrow. What is it that we get through the remembrance of Ali ibn Abi Talib? What is it that we as Muslims, as Mu'min, learn from the life of Ali ibn Abi Talib? Amir al-Mu'mineen's biggest lesson for Muslims was that no matter who is against you, no matter how many people are against you, no matter what is happening in your life, if Allah Azza wa Jal is with you, if Allah Azza wa Jal is supporting you, if you have the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal on your side, then no matter what, there is no one in this world who can harm you if you have Allah with you. Yani one of the biggest lessons that we learn from Amir al-Mu'mineen is that if Allah is with you, then no matter what, no one can harm you. Look at the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Look at the life of Imam al-Muttaqeen. The first Khalifa came to power. Imam Ali was not consulted. The second Khalifa came to power. Imam Ali was not consulted. The third Khalifa came to power. And when he died, all of the Muslimin of that era arrived at the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Look, in this situation, our Mawla is giving us a lesson. Everyone turned up, saying, Ya Ali, we want you to now take Khilafat. We want you to help us. We need you in this difficult time. People are becoming against Islam. People have killed our Khalifa. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we want you to become Khalifa. What is Amir al-Mu'mineen doing at this time? If it was any one of us, and we see that all of Medina has come to us and requesting us to become Khalifa, we will be over the moon. Yani no elections, no voting, nothing. Today, if you say to an MP that you are going to become an MP without any voting, and you're going to have the full support of the community, of the government, and everyone is going to listen to you, he will say that is a dream come true. But everyone turns up at the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And they say, Ya Ali, we want you to become the Khalifa of the Muslims. Amir al-Mu'mineen is inside his house. What is our master doing? Amir al-Mu'mineen is sitting and he is fixing his sandals. On one side we have all of the government of Medina, all of the Muslims, the companions of Rasulullah at the door of Amir al-Mu'mineen, requesting Amir al-Mu'mineen to take Khilafat. Amir al-Mu'mineen is sitting at home inside and he is fixing his sandal. Ibn Abbas goes inside and says, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, what is it that you are doing? The Muslims have come to beg you to take Khilafat. Khilafat has eventually come to you. Khilafat has eventually come where it is deserved. Khilafat has now come to the rightful owner of Khilafat. Amir al-Mu'mineen is still sitting there, and Amir al-Mu'mineen is continuing to sew his sandals. What happens? Amir al-Mu'mineen looks at Ibn Abbas and he says, Oh Ibn Abbas, can you tell me how much these sandals are worth? Look at the beautiful lesson our Mawla, our Imam is giving to us. Let me repeat, on one side everyone is standing outside asking, begging Amir al-Mu'mineen to take Khilafat, because they are seeing no one worthy of now saving Islam, of protecting Islam. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Ibn Abbas, can you tell me how much do you think my sandals are worth? Ibn Abbas says, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, you are worried about your sandals, and on one side the Muslims are waiting for you to become Khalifa. Amir al-Mu'mineen again says, Oh Ibn Abbas, can you tell me how much these sandals are worth? Ibn Abbas says, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, they are ripped, they are old, they have no value, the color has half come off, they have no value at all. Amir al-Mu'mineen looks at Ibn Abbas and smiles and says, Oh Ibn Abbas, you are saying that my sandals are of no worth, but for me these sandals are worth more to me than Khilafat. Yani Amir al-Mu'mineen is trying to tell the people that this Khilafat, this power of the world, that people think that when they get this power they have accomplished something in life. Amir al-Mu'mineen is saying that Khilafat to me is nothing. My slippers are worth more than this Khilafat. Yani the only thing that Amir al-Mu'mineen wanted to do is to serve the community, to serve insaniyat. Look at the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. My children, try to understand who is our Mawla, who is our Imam. Who do we believe as our leader? Our leader is not amongst those people that cherish the world, but our Mawla is he who said, I give divorce to the world 3 times. Yani, in the eyes of Imam Ali, the world has no value. Amir al-Mu'mineen spent his life trying to protect people, trying to help people, trying to show people the true image of Islam. Today people are questioning what Islam we have. You know, we see all of these terrorist acts that are taking place in the world. Look what is happening in Afghanistan. Look what is happening in Hazara for the Hazara community. Look what is happening in Parachinar. Look what is happening in Palestine. Look what is happening in Muslim countries. What is happening? Muslims are killing Muslims and the world is quiet. Why? Because when Muslims kill Muslims, the world has no opinion. But when Muslims, those that call themselves Muslims, I won't call them Muslims, but those that call themselves Muslims, when they kill others, then everyone has something to say. These people do not understand what is true Islam. What is the reality of Islam? Come to the door of Ali Muhammad. Come to the door of Ahlul Bayt, and then you will understand what is the reality of Islam. Islam is what was taught by Rasulullah. Islam is what is taught by Amir al-Mu'mineen. Islam is what is taught by the sons of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Every single Imam brought people closer to Allah. Every single Imam brought people closer to each other. Those people that move one human away from another human, no matter what their religion, no matter who they follow, no matter what they believe, he is not a follower of Islam. Those people that now demand that we want to create the Riyasat of Medina, they need to first understand who started the Riyasat of Medina. Who was it? The Holy Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa. The Madani Riyasat, the Riyasat of Medina was started by the final messenger of Allah. And this Riyasat was protected by Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. And the sons of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam protected and continue to protect. And when the 12th Imam comes, he will do the same thing. He will bring justice back to the world. He will bring insaf back to the earth. Now those that claim we want to make the Riyasat of Medina need to first understand who is Rasulullah. Who is the messenger of Allah? And what is the link with Rasulullah and Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib? Because now for 4 days I have been reciting the same hadith that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, Ana wa Ali min nurul wahid, that Allah Azza wa Jal has created me and Ali from the same nur. Yani if we see that the messenger of Allah has come to bring people back to Allah, to perfect your morals, to perfect your deen, to perfect your faith, then the successor of Rasulullah should be doing the same. The successor of Rasulullah shouldn't be saying that if I am on the path of haqq, then you follow me. And if I go off the path of Sirat-e-Mustaqim, then you put me back on this path of Sirat-e-Mustaqim. Those people, when they became Khalifa and when they sat on the mimbar of Rasulullah, no disrespect to any of the companions of Rasulullah, but this is history. The first speech, the first words were, Ya ayyuhan nas, if we are on Sirat-e-Mustaqim, then follow us. And if we go off Sirat-e-Mustaqim, then guide us back towards Sirat-e-Mustaqim. Those that need guidance are different, and those that are guides themselves are different. Yani Amir al-Mu'mineen is a guide himself. And this is where the Holy Prophet said, Ya ayyuhan nas, if you see that a day comes when all the children of Adam are on one path. Yeah, shall I say that you see that there are two paths? You see that there are how many paths? Two paths. And on one path you see that there are majority of Muslims. They are doing all the ibadat. They are reading all the Taraweeh. They are doing all the fasts according to their own imams. And you see that there is no one better than them. They have the clothes. They have the attar. They have the hat. They have the matching shoes. Everything is matched. Even the tasbih is matching. But what does Rasulullah say? Don't look at how a person is, but see how a person is from the inside. Yani, what is his iman? The Prophet of Islam says, Ya ayyuhan nas, if you find that one day there are two paths and every single son of Adam from the creation of this world up to today, you see that every single person is on one path and Ali ibn Abi Talib is on one single path. Then leave all the sons of Adam and come onto the path of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. Yani leave everyone and come to the path of Ali ibn Abi Talib. The path of Ali ibn Abi Talib is difficult. The path of Ali ibn Abi Talib is not easy. You will be questioned at every step. Why is it that you do this? Why is it that you do this? Why do you open your hands? Why do you do matam? Why do you do azar? Why do you use sadaqah? Why is it you do ziyarat? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? The simple answer for you is whatever we do because our Imam told us to do. It is Wahid, your religion, your faith, that we have not compromised on anything. We have not made anything up. Every single thing in our faith, every single thing in the Shia school of thought is either from the Quran or from the saying of Rasulullah. You should be pleased that our ulama have done work on this. Our ulama have worked hard. And what is it that we want? We only want people to live in harmony. We learn a lot of things. Throughout your life you will learn things. Throughout your life you will learn many things. But not everything that you hear, not everything that you learn, you need to keep. Accept the sayings of Ali Muhammad. Yani if you learn how to sew with the needle and the thread, when will you need that? When will you need that? If a button breaks, if your clothes rip, that is the time that you will need that skill that you have learned. But knowledge that you learn, deen that you learn, hadith from A'imma that you learn, throughout your life there will come a time where you can relate to the saying of Ali Muhammad. Every single thing that is being taught. These 4 days that we have organized these Majlis-e-Aza Ayaam-e-Ali, so that we can all together learn from the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is all for you, the youth, the youngsters, so that you can understand who is your Imam, so that you can understand who you follow is not any normal leader, but he is Amir al-Mu'mineen, the leader of Mu'mineen. He is Imam al-Muttaqeen. He is the Imam of the Muttaqeen. We have not chosen just to believe in Ali, just like this. But we have chosen to follow and believe in Ali because Allah has commanded it and Rasulullah has said it. That's why it is very important that you distance yourself from those things that move you away from Islam. Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu was salam says, can we have a loud salawat please? Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu was salam says that remember that the most precious gift that you have, the most precious thing that you have and that you own, that belongs to you in this world, is your heart. Your heart is the most precious gift from Allah. So don't let anything taint your heart. What does the Imam mean by getting your heart tainted? The Imam means that if you do guna, if you do sin, then your heart becomes tainted. Your heart becomes black. And once your heart becomes black, you start questioning everything in Islam. That is when you start questioning, why is it that there are few of us and there are more of them? Remember the lesson of Imam Hussain. How many people were in Karbala with Hussain? 72 people. How many people were with Yazid? Many, thousands and thousands. But who won? Hussain ibn Ali, whose name is remembered today. Hussain ibn Ali. Hussainiyat today is Zindabad. Yani Hussainiyat is alive. And Yazidiyat until the day of Qiyamah will be Murdabad. Yani it is dead. Even though he had thousands and thousands of people. Never think that you are few in number. But look and think what you are representing. You are representing Amir al-Mu'mineen. When you leave your houses, when you go outside, you are representing Ali ibn Abi Talib. You are representing Hussain ibn Ali. You are representing Hassan ibn Ali. You are representing Zainul Abidin. You are representing Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam. You are representing all of the Imams. And then your akhlaq should be perfect. You should speak with love. You should talk with humility. You should be humble. As I have been saying, always make sure you treat others the way you want to be treated yourself. Amir al-Mu'mineen, our Imam, even though he was brave, he was Haydar-e-Qarrar. He was Haydar. His mother named him Haydar. Why? Because he was brave. But Amir al-Mu'mineen, being brave at the same time, being brave in the battlefield, he had a very soft heart. Once Amir al-Mu'mineen was walking in the streets of Kufa, and there was a woman who was a widow, and her husband had passed away. She was a widow and she was with her little children, and she was struggling to carry her bags and her food that she wanted to take home and she wanted to prepare. Amir al-Mu'mineen saw this woman and he went up to this woman and he said, "Oh woman, can I help you in any way?" Amir al-Mu'mineen carried her bags to her house. Look how soft the heart of Amir al-Mu'mineen is. Amir al-Mu'mineen carried her stuff to her house, and this woman says, "Oh person," she didn't know that this was Amir al-Mu'mineen. She says, "Oh person, I do dua for you. I do dua that Allah blesses you, that Allah showers His mercy upon you. But at the same time, I don't want to say the words, but she used very bad words against Ali ibn Abi Talib. She says, I pray that Allah takes the rahmat and the mercy away from Ali ibn Abi Talib. If it was you and me, we would have quickly said, I am Ali, you are swearing to me, you are talking bad about me. But Amir al-Mu'mineen did not do that. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, oh woman, can I help you? Can I assist you any further? Can I look after your children whilst you cook food, or do you want me to cook food for you? She says, oh person, I am going to cook food, and if you could look after my children, that would be great. Who is she talking to? The Imam of the time, the Khalifa of the time. Today you see an MP leaves his house, he has 3 guards with him. You see in Pakistan, a normal MP leaves his house, he has 15 cars with him. But Amir al-Mu'mineen, who was the Khalifa, was the Imam of many countries, Islam had spread wide. Amir al-Mu'mineen is all alone. He entertained her children whilst she cooked food. This is the life of Amir. If only people understood what Amir al-Mu'mineen wanted and what Ali ibn Abi Talib stood for, then they wouldn't have arranged to kill Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen was killed in Kufa. 4 days we have been remembering Ali ibn Abi Talib. 4 days we have been crying for Ali ibn Abi Talib. 4 days you have been attending this majlis. 4 days. 4 days. Tomorrow we will be back to our houses. We will be in our normal states. But has anyone thought what will be going through Zainab and Kalsoom's mind? Yesterday I finished at this point that Amir al-Mu'mineen was being taken to his house, and before he had arrived he had told his companions to leave him, because Amir al-Mu'mineen could not take that when his daughters are crying, his companions hear the voice. Amir al-Mu'mineen could not take this. I would like to say to Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Ali, you could not take this. But what about the day of Ashura? What about the day of Ashura? What about Shah? Alas, the time came when Amir al-Mu'mineen was very close to his house. You know what our Mawla said? Our Mawla said, oh my sons, I want to now stand on my feet, because I do not want to see Zainab who looks at me that I am on the ground. Oh my sons, Ali wants to stand and he wants to enter his house. I say, Ya Ali, that today you cannot take that your head is struck open and that you enter the house with the help of your sons. You want to enter the house alone because you cannot bear. If Zainab looks at you, there was a 4-year-old daughter in Karbala. Her name was Sakina, and she was looking at her father Hussain ibn Ali when Shimar was sitting on the chest of Hussain, and she says, oh Zuljana, I only ask you this, when they were killing my father, did anyone give water to Hussain? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.